Hello everyone, and welcome to the Vistas of Lion's Arch. Now, unlike the other cities that I've covered in this series, Lion's Arch has 11 vistas rather than just the normal 5 or 6 that we saw at the Grove and in Wrath of Sun. Lion's Arch is one of the main cities in Guild Wars 2 and was one of the main cities in Guild Wars 1, but it wasn't always quite so flooded. In the intervening years between Guild Wars 1 and 2, when the dragon Zaitan rose the city of Or out of the water, the displaced water flooded the coast of Kryta, including Lion's Arch. After a while, pirates began to settle in, and as the waters receded, their boats got caught on the buildings and rocky outcrops around the city. And that's what we're left with now, different boats and buildings connected by interconnecting walkways. So this first vista is pretty easy to find, just have to sort of swim around in the rocks underneath the water in the middle of this lake, and there it is. Right, so the next vista you'll see is on the top of the very famous diving board. As you can see, very high, very scary. Many people have jumped off it. Not many people survived. And all you have to do is simply hop off the edge, and it's just here. So the next vista is on top of this strange building here in the Western Ward. Now, when I first do it, you can see a guy up there just trying to jump across the front, and that's not the way you do it. I spent a good half hour trying to climb the front of this building. All you have to do is head around the back, hop onto these rocks just here, onto this next rock here, and you can get onto the roof, which you can't get onto from the front, so don't even try it. So just keep climbing the roofs, and you'll eventually find your way to the vista. So this next vista is on one of these boat walkways, and it's suspended up there on top of one of the sails. Now it took a long time finding my way onto this one here, because I didn't realise you could climb over these sacks just here. So once I'd worked that incredibly difficult fact out, I made my way up on top of the sails just here, and right to the end, and there's your vista. So this next vista is out on one of these rocky outcrops just here. Now it took me a long time trying to find this one. I was swimming around the bottom of the rocks, running down, trying to find it, until I realised you can talk to this Asura just here. So you speak to him, he gives you a gigantic gun, which you can fire yourself across with. And it does hurt, but it shouldn't kill you. And there you are, there's your vista.
If the legions ever called us.
This next vista is up on top of this rocky outcrop in the far east of the city. All you have to do is make your way around and climb the rocks. I'm sure you're more agile than I am, but I had a bit of difficulty kept falling off. So just keep jumping up, and over the top, and there you are, there's your vista. Now this next one is a little bit more difficult to find because you do have to sort of do a bit of exploring. So what you have to do is first head up onto these fields here, head all the way around the side of this building onto this walkway. Up onto the bales of hay. Got a bit of a friend there, he's trying it as well. Down into that little backyard here and into these bushes, you see, just here. Through here. You can get through, just run through. Then to your left up the hill, and again just to run towards these bushes. If you can, I had a bit of trouble here you have to go to your left. The world took a bit of a time to load for me, but it did eventually. There we go. Climb onto these rocks here. Again, make the jump if you are not an idiot like I am. There we go. Run all the way around, climb all the way around. And here's your vista. So this next vista is in Hooligan's Route, which is a little sort of pirate cove. It's a little bit dark and it's got quite a jumping puzzle element to it, so you have to climb up these stalagmites onto the top and then onto this big rock here. Make your way across. It's a bit dark, but you have to jump from rock to rock and then from there onto this standing pillar just here. This next one is the new one that was added in the last stress test, so I've actually had to record this fairly recently, whereas actually all the other vistas were recorded a couple of stress tests ago. Unfortunately I've been caught up in the Olympics and too busy to record a commentary, which is quite good because otherwise I would have released the video without this vista. So it's kind of fortuitous really, and there it is, easily found. So this next vista, you have to start off next to the main fountain. As you can see, there's a couple of vistas in the sort of central square. And I'm sure there's an entrance to this one down at the bottom, onto the walkway here, but I couldn't find it, so I just jump off the top here. Doesn't do me any harm really, and it makes it much easier. So climb up this sort of wooden-looking structure onto one of these walkways and out on the limb there, and you should find it. Now this final vista, again, is the second one in this central area. This one's probably the highest one you get to, so as you can see I'm tracing the route there. Come all the way around, off the main fountain area and all the way up, and I just jump off the edge there, and onto this walkway. This one could be a bit tricky to find, but it's satisfying, gives you a good view. So all the way up here, out onto this pole here, for your final vista of the city. Thank you for watching the Lions Arch City Vistas. If you enjoyed it or you found it useful, I'd really appreciate it if you just drop me a like or maybe a favourite. And until next time, goodbye.